And Irene.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker.
Then followed by Modoi.
I also want to thank the chairperson for the good report. Mr. Speaker, my issue is on lack of transport for police. Mr. Speaker, Kabarole, the greater Kabarole, before Fort Portal became a city, had one police station. With the creation of the city, more 3 police stations were created, but currently they are sharing only 1 vehicle. So the other 3 police stations do not have transport. And my prayer, Mr. Speaker, would be that they should budget for transport for these police stations so that they are able to provide effective services to the people. And lastly, Mr. Speaker, sir, these divisions where they were given land, but they do not have budget for development. So would also request that in this budget they should provide funds so that they can construct buildings for these police stations. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Madoya Isaac, followed by Honorable Doka Sachen, Honorable Nsamba, Honorable Sasa.
Right, Honorable Speaker, I want to thank the chairman for the presentation. It touches all of us, and I'm happy you guided that at a later stage we should be given ample time to raise issues concerning the report, because the security of this country is very fundamental for the development of socio-economic development of this country. The Speaker has, in the report, the recommendation has been made, particularly on the welfare of our security people. It is upon their security also and welfare that the security of this country will be guaranteed. So I hope we shall discuss. I'm happy that the issue of equity has been raised, because you go down there in the field, there are some people whose salary have been enhanced. We wanted the criteria, because if you're on the same rank, then some people have been paid, others have not been paid. You ask, what's the criteria? Leave that alone, even the promotions. I think some, even go out there, my colleagues maybe may testify, some ask us, how can I be helped to be elevated, or even be posted to a better station? Now, the question of the high numbers of prisoners, I think we used to have what we call visiting justice in prisons, even at police station cells, to establish how some people have overstayed in those stations, in prisons. You may find some people have stayed there for so long on petty matters, and those with serious issues are released. The question of deployment, we want to thank the President. He said to enhance security at sub-county, there will be deployment of policemen. Now, in Erigon zone, maybe my colleagues will bear me out, seems the deployment at the sub-county hasn't been made. The sub-county, we are supposed to have policemen there with the police commandant to ensure that those areas are covered. Other than that, I want to thank the chairman for the report. And I think this report needs to be discussed in detail, because it touches of internal and external deployment, the welfare of our men and women in uniform. And as if that's not an issue, there is also the issue of professionalism. The question of professionalism needs to be addressed, because we have invested in it heavily. But when you see some conduct which is in our public, you question, is this the professionalism that we have been yearning for? Could there be something that could be done? And I think I want to thank the men and women in uniform for standing with this country and providing us security. Thanks so much, Right Honourable Speaker.
Honourable Doka Sachen, then Honourable Nsamba.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. I would like to thank the committee for this report. And specifically, I agree with the idea of additional 4 billion that is supposed to support the national citizenship and immigration control, especially on the issue of border control management. However, Right Honourable Speaker and the Minister in charge of this, I would like to raise the issue that Ugandan nationals face, especially you've raised the issue of border demarcation, particularly on the South Sudan border. The nationals of Uganda face challenges since the time when we scrapped off payment for visas. There are several other fees which the nationals of Ugandans are paying at the border, especially on the South Sudan side. And I would like to urge the minister to interest yourself and your team on what can be done to support our Ugandan nationals who cross to the other side, and yet they pay a lot of fees which are related to clearance of the travelers. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Nsamba.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, when I heard the chair add these billions, add these billions, add these billions, actually the entire story is add these billions. It just sent me to think that maybe we need a rule that caps committees from requesting monies. Because we are here, we can't have committees saying, add the money, add the money, add the money. Now every committee is going to scam here, add the money, add the money, add the money. Then which scrutiny are we doing? And if committees cannot achieve that, Right Honourable Speaker, I think a rule should come that probably when you're making adjustments and requests, you shouldn't go beyond this. Otherwise, we will have a lot of wish lists, which means nothing at the end of the day. Having said that, Right Honourable Speaker, I needed to hear in this particular committee report matters to do with our deployment in South Sudan. I needed to know who is going to pay. And the chairperson, this is the stage when you're going to tell us, this is how much we are paying for this war, and this is what South Sudan is contributing for our children, for our army to be in South Sudan. But somehow, the chairperson and the committee chooses to just keep silent about it. I want to hear that at this stage of budgeting. What is the estimated time for our army being in South Sudan at the time? Right Honourable Speaker, it is quite important for us also to hear those, the army, the UPDF who are in South Sudan, how much are they going to be compensated? And how much they're being there, because the sacrifice, when they're here, they are sacrificing for their country. They are in the army, they sacrifice for their country, they go for a little pay. How much is going to be added for them for being in South Sudan? And who is paying that cost? Mr. Chairperson, I really needed to hear those issues, but I think now that the minister is around of internal affairs, he might have been briefed by the minister who deployed our army in South Sudan. Thank you very much, Right Honourable.
Thank you. Honourable Sasaga.